Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about a little dangerous topic of from where do you seek advice? Do you seek advice from an advisor, from your banker, or from YouTube channels, or some websites and blogs, or the pink papers, right? You could seek it from anywhere, and there is no right or wrong answer. Some bloggers and some YouTubers could be far superior to some of the advisors you meet. But many of the bloggers have not been educated in finance or financial products, have not been educated in, say, behavioral finance, have no clue about how some of the products work in the portfolio. Right. So when you don't have any idea about these things, the only thing which you can do is to say, what is this product, what are the features. They don't even know where it is applicable. So let me give you an example. I have a classic endowment product. If you've seen my videos, I must have told you that don't buy classic endowment, don't buy unit link plans, the only thing to buy is a term insurance, a pure term insurance. Now, having said that, I must admit that I have ULIPs or two ULIPs. I have 2 or 3 endowment plans, classic endowment plans, and of course I have term insurance, or I had term insurance. I continue to have one small term insurance which is irrelevant, but I have it simply because I've been too lazy to go to the bank and stop the standing instruction. There is no reason, no logic for me to have it, but it is still there. Why do I have an endowment plan? Well, I have an endowment plan which gives me 6.4% return over the next 20 years. Yeah, hold your breath, 20 years. We are in 2022 now. So it will finish paying only by the time it is 2042, right? It starts paying 10 years from now, and it will pay for another 10 years, and I'm getting an IRR of 6.4%. Is 6.4% good? Well, according to many YouTubers, it is terrible because you can easily get 8-9% in a bank fixed deposit, right? So now look at the tax inefficiency. In a bank fixed deposit, I will get 8% maybe. Today, getting 8% is almost impossible, but for a minute, let us just admit that I'll get 8%, and I will continue to pay. I mean, my income level is such that I'll continue to pay 30% tax. So 8%, 30% gone, that is 2.4 gone. So I get 5.6%. Here I'm getting 6.4% tax free, and it starts paying only when I'm 70, and that's exactly when I want the cash flow. And 6.4% in a country where GSEC is 6%, what you have to compare it to is the GSEC rate, not the bank fixed deposit rate, and the GSEC rate is taxable. So if I had put this money in GSEC and I was earning 6.4%, which is easy today, I can do it because I can get about 7% in a 10-year product or a 10-year GSEC. So can I get 7%? Maybe yes. Will I pay 30% tax? Answer is yes. So if I pay 30% tax on 7%, that is another 2% gone. So I get 5% post tax. Here I am getting 6.4% post tax, and I am getting the cash flow later. And all that has been considered while the IRR has been calculated, the GST has been considered, and still I am getting 6.4%, which is not bad at all. So the question is it relevant for me? The answer is yes, it is relevant for me, because some portion of my money I want it to be in a government assured scheme, and I wouldn't mind the rate of interest being even a little higher and it being a taxable thing, because when you have some money, you want some of that money protected, some of the money for combating inflation, some of the money for creating cash flow for expenses, different pockets of money. That is what is called asset allocation. Just because if I tell you that here is a fantastic product which will give you 6.5% post tax, it doesn't mean you have to sell off everything, your vest and shirt and pant, and put all the money there. It does not make any sense. Some part of your money will be in your purse, some part will be in savings bank account, some part will be in PPF, some part will be in equity. That is exactly what we do as asset allocation. Unfortunately, if you're not trained to talk of asset allocation, you tend to say, oh, this is only 6.4% and that is very bad, you can easily get 8% outside. Of course, you can get 8% outside, but that 8% is not useful for somebody who does not want a reinvestment risk after 3 years, right? If I make a 3-year fixed deposit at 8% today, and after 3 years when I'm renewing, if it is 7% or 6% or 5%, I have something called a reinvestment risk. Most of the people making these videos do not understand reinvestment risk. So should you ever invest in an endowment plan? No, they've read somewhere, they've spoken to some expert who says no, endowment plans are all bad. So period, full stop. Endowment plans are all bad. You should never buy endowment plan, you should never buy a unit link plan, you should buy only term plan. Perfectly right. But some of them don't even know there are various variants of your term plan. So there is a term plan with a limited pay. There is a term plan with full pay, of course. There is a term plan which can be quarterly premium, which can be half yearly premium. You have to at least know how to use the quarterly premium. The advantage with the quarterly premium is if you want to throw away an term plan, then it is very useful because you are paid just for 1 quarter. So if you are paid in the month of January, you are paid for Jan, Feb, March, and you find a new product, you can take it even in February or March because it doesn't really matter because you are paid only for that period. Now if you see a new product and you are paid an annual premium, then you have to wait till next year and you have to remember in December or something to take the new policy, and that time it may be priced out and you may not want to take extra insurance for the whole year. That is the advantage of having a quarterly premium. But does it mean that everybody will buy a quarterly premium? Answer is no. Everybody is not that efficient. Another question which arises is, oh, you're a senior citizen, you must put money in senior citizen savings scheme. I have not put my mother's money in senior citizen savings scheme. I will not put my money in senior citizen savings scheme. I will not put my wife's money in senior citizen savings scheme because to me that the size of that, the ticket size of that is too small. I can put only 15 lakhs in that. I am not interested in the product in which I can put only 15 lakhs. I need to put more. Now, if somebody comes to me with 2 crores, I would suggest, of course, you should put money in senior citizen savings scheme, 15 lakhs for you, 15 lakhs for your wife, 15 lakhs in Pradhan Mantri Varishta Bima Yojana, again 15, so 60 lakhs is used up. Very good for somebody with 2 crores, but not very relevant for somebody with, say, 20 crores, right? Understand that there are very many products in the world and some products are good for you, some products are not good for you. Classic endowment plan is not a bad product at all for somebody who does not understand and who will not meet me for next 20 years. I will not be able to, and is the lowest at the bottom end of the pyramid. At least he or she will not get cheated by somebody else, right? So what can happen in case of a term plan or something, like even a unit link plan? Somebody can come and say, वो plan ना चुना हो गया, अब उसमें से पैसा निकाल के इसमें डालो. Whereas if this maid servant of mine or driver of mine puts money in a classic endowment plan for 30 years, I know for sure that the life insurance corporation, which is currently owned by the government and I think will continue to be owned by the government, will not cheat this person, right? I don't want them some company which has gone defunct and then you do not know how to make your claim to IRDA and that this lady loses money. I don't want to see such. So for somebody at the bottom of the pyramid, Life Insurance Corporation, and I'm naming it LIC of India, it's got very good products, right? But they also have very good product for somebody at the top of the pyramid, but that at the top of the pyramid, you can hope that some others will also, some other insurance companies will also have competing products. So it is, it's fine if you're taking advice from some YouTube channel or somebody, but find out what is the background. Does that person really know finance, or is that person there just because they found out something about finance? And remember one thing, there are a lot of people who want to do finance videos because finance videos and finance blogs get more ad revenues and the ad revenue rates are better. So there is more money for me to be made in a YouTube channel talking about money than talking about, say, cooking. Cookery channels are much more and far more competitive. So I could be the 128th channel from Navi Mumbai and there will be no takers for me. But in finance, there would be more takers and there will be more money. So therefore, more money will come and therefore more people will get into financial blogging. But when you are looking at a financial blogger or a financial YouTuber, find out their background, find out what they do, find out what they have done in the past. Right, all these things are important. Not all endowment products are bad, not all unit link plans are bad, not all term insurance plans are good, right? Not everybody needs a term insurance. Some people may not need term insurance at all, right? If your children are settled, if your wife is earning more than you, I mean, assuming you're the husband who is watching, then your wife is also earning and she's earning more than you, or you have created enough wealth between the two of you. You may not need term insurance. You may not even need medical insurance if you are a successful doctor with a big practice and maybe you're running a hospital. Maybe you don't need medical insurance also. So just find out whether you need it, use some very good advisors, or I don't know, whatever you are using, to find out whether that product is relevant for you, whether you need that product. All those questions have to be answered. And will you continue to need that product permanently, right? I remember it was Keynes who said, I like my tailor. He measures me whenever I come. So, right, so what the advice that I gave you on your portfolio on a Monday of 2017 may be completely irrelevant in 2020 because of some changes in your life. Maybe you got some ESOP, that ESOP appreciated, you sold off, you paid off all your debts, and your daughter got married, your daughter got educated, your daughter went away from the house, so she's not dependent, and you lost your wife. Completely irrelevant now for you. Any insurance is irrelevant, only maybe medical insurance, or you have so much money that really even medical insurance is something which you may not need. So if the needs keep changing, it is dynamic. Some changes in your life because of which your requirement for insurance went up, or some change in your life because of which requirement of insurance went down. All these things will keep happening, right? So understand the relevance of the product in your life. Is SCSS, or Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, is it a good product? Yes, it's a fantastic product. I would happily recommend it to anybody who is above 60 and who needs that cash flow. But I would not recommend it to somebody who's got 20 crores to invest or 5 crores to invest. For that person, it may be irrelevant, right? So for that person, and for a person who is otherwise comfortable with equity, I would say put more money in equity. Maybe dividend income, already has a dividend income of 15 lakhs, has expenses of 5 lakhs. Why the hell would I put more money into a debt scheme at all, right? So because that the dividend is 3x their expenses. So see whether it is relevant for you, see whether it is good for you, seek the help of an advisor in those areas where you lack expertise, right? So if I want to do a cryptocurrency trading, I will have to hire a person who understands it far superior to me. If I want to do F&O, I need to sit with somebody and do those strategies. What do? I just have a pushback. I don't even look at these products because I don't need it, right? So find out whether you need the product, whether you can afford the product, whether you understand the product in toto, whether you can re-engineer and find out whether it is worth it. Like if I have a 6.4% return in the product, it is because I sat down, I calculated, I did the IRR, I stripped off the cost, I knew I had to put in the GST, otherwise it was coming to a higher return. And I said it is tax free, and when I bought it, I think GSEC was at 7.2 or something like that, so 6.4 looked cheaper, looked more expensive than 7.2, but the clincher was 6.4 was tax free, right? So consider all that, or consider your age, consider your risk profile, consider the changes that has happened in your family, consider whether you're going to continue to earn income, not earn income, how much is your dividend income. All this will decide which product is good for you, which is not good for you. For a 30-year-old, a product which is very good may not be good for a 40-year-old. What is good for a 22-year-old may not be a good product for a 52-year-old. It depends on the total amount of money you have, the risk appetite that you have, the understanding of risk, the understanding of products, the need for the others in the family who are earning, not earning. Function of so many things, you have to decide whether you need that product. There are so many fantastic products in the market which I don't have, right? Or I have a very small term insurance left. So whereas for somebody else, same maybe my age, but who's not finished his responsibilities, who have younger children, or who has a wife who is dependent on them, or who is still supporting his parents and they need money. Maybe he needs term insurance, but I don't need. Maybe a 45-year-old, you can find a 45-year-old who does not need term insurance, and a 65-year-old who needs term insurance. All these things you find. So it's not to say the product is good, so you must have it. nor is it to say all products because it is called endowment is bad or unit linked is bad. You have to have the ability to understand whether the product is good for you or not good for you. If you can't do re-engineering, if you can't do the breaking up of the product into cost and returns, etc., and then yes, what I am saying, what or any YouTuber is saying, that buy only pure term insurance, don't touch an endowment plan, put money only in an index fund. But having done that, don't ask me where I put. I recommend all these things, but I don't put money even in an index fund. I put in, say, some opportunity fund which has given me some 28% return over the last 4-5 years, which is a fantastic return. But you wouldn't have got that because you would have put money in an index fund. Not that it is too bad, because over a 20-30 year period, you may continue to do well, and how well I do will not matter as long as I am able to meet my goals. So understand all the process. You need to have goal setting, you need to understand your goals, you need to understand whether they are relevant, whether their size is correct, and understand the products. Based on all this, you will be able to take a decision. Don't take a decision based on one YouTube channel or one blog or one advisor. It's not so easy. Thank you.